Anyway, weird, but okay. Welcome everybody to episode 35 of With a Grain of Salt podcast. It's a little weird because we've already recorded this episode, and
technical difficulties.
Due to technical difficulties, we can't upload it.
I wasn't here for that. What happened?
Yeah, you were.
I was?
You were, but you left so fast you didn't even get to hear it.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, what happened?
The mics exploded.
Yeah.
So there's a good half an hour of just
White noise. Just white noise. For no reason. We didn't bump anything.
You can kind of hear us talking, but it's terrible. Honestly, it's just,
Damn.
so we might upload it someday in the future, just
We'll do like a lost episodes type thing.
a lost episode, because it sucks because we had a lot to talk about in that one, and it just died.
It just crapped out halfway through.
I
Yeah.
was wondering why it was never uploaded. That makes sense.
Yeah, we recorded it. It was supposed to come up the following day, and I just couldn't get it to work. It was just noise, terrible noise. The lighting would be better without that light on. Well, then again,
It's okay.
Anyway, I'm Eddie,
Howdy, I'm Andrea.
I am Eric.
and we're just a bunch of morons. So take what we say with a grain of salt. We don't know what we're talking
With a
about.
grain of salt.
It's been kind of a rough week. That's why I'm not even trying today.
Trying. And you usually try? Nah, no, I was kidding. He tries a lot.
Trying to breathe.
With the lights, the mic set up, how everything's set up. I'm moving shit around. Normally today I was just fucking sit down and let's record something.
Let's do it. Let's keep going.
I'm tired.
Recount the streak.
For me, my car almost died.
Damn. Again. It's always... I feel like you just have bad luck with cars.
No, it's because with the new cars, I don't. The Impala, I didn't have car trouble. The trucks, I never had trouble. It's only when I went Ford that I had trouble.
Oh, Ford, what a bucket of turds.
Wow.
I mean, but I mean, held this stance for years, and it's been proven right again. Fucking belt exploded and just looked like a bird's nest in my car.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Look like coconut fibers. It's just clogged up.
So we're chilling. Well, we're not chilling. We go to I get stranded at my work, and I have to fucking in the parking lot fix it.
Damn.
And
Mind you, while we're working on it, people after closing hours, they're coming up to us. Hey, is it open?
this is 2 a.m. We're there at 2 a.m. fixing this car, and this guy has the audacity to be like, "Hey, ¿están abiertos?" I'm like, do you see me in the restaurant doing shit, or do you see me under a fucking car in the parking lot? Take a fucking hit. Take a wild guess, you know?
I don't know how people can be so stupid.
People are so stupid.
They surprise me. They continue to surprise me.
So fucking stupid.
It's
Well,
hilarious.
we put the belt on, and he would and it wasn't a case of, oh, you guys fixed the wrong thing. That wasn't the problem. No, it wouldn't have run without it. It wouldn't have run without it.
Belt was non-existent.
There was no belt there, and there's supposed to be one there.
So we put one there.
So we put one there, and it still didn't start. We thought, we were like, fuck, worst case scenario, it's the alternator. And we even we tried jumping the car, and they always say positive to positive, negative to ground, right? We were like, you know what, let's play it safe. Let's just go directly battery to battery, and it still didn't start. So I was like, fuck, is it the alternator? I mean, maybe when the belt exploded, it damaged the alternator.
Sounds plausible.
It wasn't the alternator. It was one of the ignition coils. Just died.
Just crapped out.
I'm gonna nod my head like I know what they're talking about.
Pretty much like for the spark plugs.
Continuing to nod my head.
Anyway.
So a cylinder, right?
So the drive shaft came off, even though it's a front wheel drive. Fucking. No, but my dad.
What is that, like an $8 fix, something like that? Is it relatively expensive? Or?
What, the coils?
Yeah.
I mean, to fix all 6 was $400.
Yeah, I was like...
So divide it by 6.
I'm not gonna do math right now, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, why lie? But
like
I know you have to buy the pack.
no, you don't.
No?
No.
That was fucking bad. Never go to O'Reilly's, guys. God damn.
I was like, wait.
I had to for my charger. Like, oh, we only sell the packs. I was like, wait, what do you mean?
That was about $66. 66
For each?
66, yeah.
Okay.
God damn.
That's a lot, right?
It's not this. Well, it's not terrible. If it was the alternator, then it would have been like 200.
Yeah.
150, 200, around there.
Give or take
Yeah.
in this economy.
Yeah.
Add for inflation. The whole thing.
But yeah, my dad got it fixed, which is annoying because they jumped it.
And it didn't work when you jumped it?
No. Like I said, we decided let's play it safe and we'll go battery to battery, positive to positive, negative to negative. Because normally you can do negative to ground, which is any piece of metal. But we're like, let's just make sure it gets to the battery or it gets to the contacts. You know?
Yeah.
Nothing happened. But I mean, worst case scenario has been like avoided. The car runs now. It runs even better than it did before. So I'm like, maybe my next check I'm just gonna replace all the coils because that does help a lot with performance.
I told Eddie that his guardian angel's on his second pack of cigarettes.
Well, it's 'cause
Matthew
I was under
McConaughey.
the car, and normally we have jack stands, but we did have some, but we were just like so ready to be done with it. That we
His
just said,
head
"Fuck
was
it."
under the car. He was like, "All right, start it."
I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to hold these cables in place, and while I'm doing that, I want you to start the car.
Oh my god.
It's like, how about we don't, dude?
How about we live?
I mean, you've seen me be under the car while it's on.
While it's on? Was it on that time we had to stop by at the fire station? It was on. Oh fuck.
It was to fix a cable for the power steering. I think a wire.
Yeah.
Not even a cable, just a wire. So what I did was... No, we turned it off for that one. My bad.
See.
We turned it off.
Safety.
So what I did was... I just... Like, the wire just came apart. So I stripped the plastic off of it. And then I was like... It's barely reaching. Like, how am I going to keep it together? I thought about it. I go to the back of the trunk. I open up the hood, the trunk, and I look at my toolbox. I see a stray screw.
Oh my god. A single screw is a saving grace. This also happened at Top Golf.
It was a single
Impala.
screw. It wasn't the Impala, it was the Milan.
The Milan, yeah.
It was that same day. That I did it twice that day. I was like, I got a screw, I wrapped it one end around one end of the screw, wrapped the other end around the other end of the screw, and I was like, all right, that should complete the circuit. I like zip tied it to the car, or like not even zip tied it. I just like got a little string and tied
Some twine
that I had there, and I was like, all right, let's try it out. Turn the car on. Hey, I got power steering. Let's go to Top Golf. Rather than go to like, oh shit, I need a mechanic. I was like, hey, let's go to Top Golf. If worst case scenario, I just have a little bit of trouble steering. I was like, I can handle it. But I mean, it's a good thing we had all those times at the gym, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to do it.
Oh yeah.
But I have dumb car trouble.
My little beater car, the Mazda, it's a sister to the Ford Escape. So I have some problems with it, but other than that, it runs fine.
I don't know if I've ever
Yeah.
said my Jeep problem on the podcast. Do you remember my Jeep problem?
Which one?
What, the one where you had to do the special things to keep it on or turn it back on? I think we talked about it last episode.
Oh, the
We
one that
talked
failed?
about it.
The one that failed?
I'm
or
not
the
sure
one
if
that
it was
we
that.
actually uploaded?
I don't know, but we have talked about it before.
Okay.
I just can't. I don't know when.
It's so hard to keep track of what we've talked about. We talk so much dumb shit. It's even starting to seep into work. Like I'm like saying something like, you already said this before. I'm like,
Uh-oh.
fuck. Like, did I say it here? Did I say it on the podcast? Like, But
But I'm having a little vehicle problems
What's that?
myself.
Oh.
oh no,
With
what do
your
you
And
drive?
it's not just because I drive a Ford.
Oh,
It's a
no!
wheel bearing, isn't it?
No, the,
It's the bush.
my truck is fine. It runs fine.
Off the road.
It's my I don't know how to describe it. Just my audio it won't play any audio. I don't know how to describe it.
Like your radio?
Like my radio, if I plug in my phone, it won't play any music from my phone. I turn it on, the screen works, I could press buttons and anything, and it just I don't hear the little noise it makes when you press something. And then I'm like, okay. It says audio off. I try to change the station or try even just to put it on the radio and it won't go. I raise the volume, raise it down, nothing happens, just nothing plays. I get on a phone call, it goes into my truck, it says I'm on a phone call, but I can't hear them. No sound. I've Googled this, I've looked.
And everyone's like, fuck Ford. I can't hear my phone calls.
No, I haven't found my specific
I'm
problem.
going to listen to Crazy Bus.
I found one that was close to it, and it just said to reset, like the settings on the screen. I was like, please. I did it twice, still nothing.
Nothing.
Next thing I'm gonna do is unplug the battery.
Like a hard reset.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that, and then if that fails, check the fuse.
I mean, I would check. Normally, if it's electrical, check the fuse first.
Okay.
But, I mean, it said audio off.
It says audio off. Like, yeah. It like in your normal home screen, it'll have like a section that says audio off. It has a little compass. If my phone's connected or not.
So have you tried switching it to audio on?
Is it on mute? Did you push the button?
I pushed the button multiple times. So if it was off, it would have turned on. I don't know what's wrong. And it's very annoying. And it's only annoying. No, look at the light. It's so annoying because my drives are so long.
It's about drive.
And now they're so boring because it's so quiet.
Imagine being alone with your thoughts. That's fucking terrifying.
Every day.
That's why I do shit. Because I don't trust myself with my own thoughts.
I feel like lately I've been doing that though. I've been driving
Isolating
slowly.
yourself.
Driving slowly back home with the radio off.
Oh, man.
Dissociating, not realizing if that light was green or red. I don't know. Don't matter.
Shit, I've had like such weird moments in my car that I'm literally at a red light, like four-way intersection. I see the red light, and I'm like, and I treat it like a fucking stop sign.
sign.
And, like midway through, I'm like, the fuck am I doing? Like, this
Beep,
is,
beep.
The person next to you, oh, Valley driver. Ching out.
oh my
I've become
gosh.
what I've hated.
Being a Valley drive. Fuck. Oh my goodness, it's so stupid. But at least the car runs now. And I've had that problem.
The same
in the
one I
car.
have?
Yeah, everything's connected. No audio.
How did it fix? Did it just fix by itself?
I turned the car on and I can hear shit again.
I've done that though. It hasn't been working for days. It first
You gotta-
started on...
You gotta put it in neutral. You gotta turn it off. You gotta slam the door.
Slam the door.
You gotta
guys.
leave.
You gotta-
I believe. I believe. You're crazy, bitch.
Quiet. Oh my god, I don't know. Like it runs fine, which is good. It's just that the drives are really long and quiet and
Put your
boring.
earphones on.
That's why I've been just playing the speaker on for my phone, but
Oh, I know that feeling. It's not the same.
it isn't. I just need something. Like I don't even listen. I just need like noise because it's so quiet.
Has it been so? It's still like that right now.
Yes.
Let's check it out after this.
We can. Because I was
Well,
thinking.
I can.
Yeah,
You have to go.
I don't want to be late to my own party.
Yeah.
Party? What?
Yeah, one of my jobs is like, thank you for not leaving us. We have a party for you. So.
You're the only one that didn't leave
What do you mean?
because,
There's like 5 people that are OGs. That's it.
and you're the only one getting the party.
Yeah. Well,
What? Why
what
are
do
you
call it?
special?
No, I'm getting an award.
Oh!
Yeah.
What's the award?
I don't know yet. I have to be there. Eddie, you fuckhead. I have to be there at my own party.
Thanks for having a podcast. Like what? You didn't even we didn't even say where you worked. But
That's cool.
yeah.
Where's it
Yeah.
gonna? Is it like at a play, like a big?
It's in the break room.
So
Is it at work?
it's even better because of the counts of Omicron, like how it's going up and everything down here.
It's on
They've
Skype.
decided to host it at the stock room.
In the stock room?
Yeah.
Not even the break room. You don't even get that.
No, it's hot
Wow.
in there. No, fuck that.
It is hot in there.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been in there.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So like I don't mind it, you know, like because we've been to like I believe it was Main Event. Who did I take? Did I take you, Eddie? Yeah.
What?
He
Who
was
else
my-
would you take?
He was my +1.
Aw, bros for
We were-
life.
We were
Yeah.
at bowling, and then
And
after bowling, they were like, "All right,
laser
who's up
tag.
for laser tag?" We're like, "Fuck
Fuck
yeah!"
yeah.
Who is not down for laser tag? Like,
I'm so down for more laser tag.
Fuck
Honestly,
yeah.
I want to play with a bunch of little kids, and then like they get too close, you're like, "Ugh."
oh my
Full on
god!
Call of Duty, just.
I almost did that one time we went laser tag.
You almost did it to me, asshole.
Yes, but that would have been more okay than to have done it to a child.
Nah.
Yeah, one of the bosses
Fuck
had
them
their
kids.
kids there too. So I almost ran right through them.
Damn.
That would have been terrible.
I mean, the signs all say no running.
Yeah.
Nobody listens.
Nobody listens to that.
Everybody's running.
That's
I wasn't
only
even
for
the biggest
legal.
dude there.
I was like, that's only for legal purposes, you know? That's-
They don't care.
They don't care.
Yeah. They would have said something. You kind of got to go, Eric. Or are you going to give it a little more time? We might be cutting this episode a little
A
shorter.
little
than normal,
short, yeah, but it's
Because-
okay.
But it's okay because I'm just going to splice in what Eric and I shot the other day
The other day.
to, you know, at least give actual content out. Because that survived. That didn't blow up. The audio didn't explode. It was just me and him in this setup, but just 2 mics instead of 3.
And then you think they'll ever figure out what happened? Why you just
Might be
fucked
just a
up?
glitch, to be honest. Because it's
Maybe.
worked. We tried it. We thought it was Eddie smacking the mic, and then it just threw everything out of whack. But no, when we went to that part where it actually
Where I
started.
like, bumped it. You remember that, right? When I bumped the
I
mic.
think so.
Yeah, that wasn't it.
That wasn't it. And we weren't moving around to mess up the wires or anything. So
Maybe it was on the mixer side. Ta-da. I don't know.
And it's supposed to be better.
well, it is.
Well, this is
far better.
welcome to the world of audio. I mean,
Sometimes shit happens.
Shit
dude,
happens.
it can very much happen that we haven't touched a single cable, we haven't touched a single setting at all, and then suddenly you come in to turn on everything, and something's not working. That's audio.
You don't think you would think that someone would try and figure that out, fix it? Huh.
Shit's tricky.
Maybe
It is
one of
very-
us.
It's very tricky. I'm the only one that does.
I will learn. Just Google.
All right, start googling.
After the 3rd page, I can't find it. I'm out of here.
I'm gonna look on Google Scholar.
It's all ads. Do they have any case studies?
Case studies on audio.
Audio Technica's AT 2020s. No, it's just a manual. I'm like, plug it in,
That'll do.
point it this way. Okay.
They got troubleshooting. I'll figure it out.
Hey, I mean, the thing we needed would be more like a manual for the mixer.
Oh, and there goes our audio.
Oh no!
No? Yeah, hope not.
Hopefully not.
Well, the thing we'd need is the manual for the mixer, because the little quick start guide that came with it was useless. It didn't even tell us how to get audio to the mains, which is this part right here.
It's 3 pages that say good luck in every language.
Pretty much.
Good luck.
Nice.
I don't even know how to say good luck in any other language other than like
Spanish?
Spanish. But
How do you say
Buena
good luck in
suerte.
Spanish?
buena suerte.
Like, buenos
Really?
noches.
I've been hearing that my whole life, and I never knew what it was.
You're just like, thank you.
Now I'm
Come
just
again.
learning this thing. Yeah, I was like,
See?
ha! You smile and laugh.
You learn something new every day. I mean,
Like every Chinaman.
It wasn't on. It was only like a week ago, maybe the week before, that I learned that I ever heard raspberries in Spanish for the first time. Frambuesas.
There's a.
Really?
Yeah, I'd never once heard or needed to say raspberries in Spanish.
Do you know how to say? This is one thing I learned, and I'll probably never forget. When I worked in produce, this one person came up to me and they're like, "Tuna. Do you
Tuna?
have like tuna, like tuna?"
You want to know how to say it in Spanish?
How?
Atún.
No, they were saying tuna, dude. What is it?
That's it.
What? No,
That's
but
it.
what fruit is it?
Oh, fruit. That one, I'm like,
It's the cactus fruit.
No, it's not.
It's the cactus fruit. But I swore, I even talked to somebody in the back room about it, and I was like, tuna. It's like, oh yeah, it's the cactus fruit. That's what they say. I was like, what?
never even heard my dad say it. My dad's very much like, well, if you don't already know it, how do you not know it? It's like like I've never been exposed to this before. How do you expect me to know this?
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, the only reason I know the things I do about cars is because either Alex taught me, or I looked it up myself.
Have a conversation with them about NFTs and say, how do you not know it?
How? How?
I've talked to him about stocks, and he's just like, oh, okay, and part of me is kind of like, how do you not know this?
He's just saying, what's the
Yeah,
thing I can say to
see,
get out of this conversation?
Well, he would ask me. He's like, pues, ¿cómo lo haces? Yo, que es un broker. Like,
Pinche Charles Schwab.
I'm with Merrill Lynch. Spanish is weird. It's easier than English, but it's very much weird.
I think we're very lucky to have grown up learning English, because English is a fucking hard language. Like, kudos to anybody who says like
Yes,
learns
I
it as
am.
a second language. Like, for real, like, y'all are crazy, and I can't believe you actually fucking learned it.
Technically, English is my second language, but like it was like such a young age. It might as well be my first, because like you remember in not middle school, like the early years of school, they only spoke English.
Mm-hmm.
They drilled the Spanish out of you, and they never like it never came back. I lost the accent like immediately, and then since my dad worked in was never home because he was working, my mom could easily is fluent in both English and Spanish, so she would just talk to us in English, occasionally Spanish, and I would just respond in English. So kind of lost most of it. I mean, I got a good amount back where I can hold conversation, but yeah, I used to be like Mexican kid.
You don't say, Eddie.
Like can't say a word in English sort of thing.
Okay.
Or not can't say a word, like 'cause I could speak English, but it was very much Spanish where I started.
Like one of those kids were like, this is the only English phrase that I know.
Really?
Really? Yeah.
And since you spend most of your time in school, if you're not practicing it, you're gonna lose it.
Yeah.
Like if all we did is speak Spanish, I would have lost my English
Mm-hmm.
easily. So,
Would you still lose it now?
no.
Because it's
I
already,
completely did.
What, my Spanish?
no, like, well, either language. Like, if you just like.
I don't think so. Maybe, but it'd have to be like real long time. Because I know I can lose my Spanish if I don't practice.
Yeah.
Like, because you've heard me talk to my dad. It's all in Spanish.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If I don't practice, I will lose it. Because like I don't use it nearly as frequently as English. So I'm just gonna, if I'm not, like, I have to actively like think about speaking in Spanish. Otherwise, like, it's like muscle memory kind of. Like, it's kind of hard for me to pronounce something sometimes now. Like, rolling my R's isn't like a smooth transition sometimes. Like, framuesas I can say, but like another word, I can't think of another word right now where like you have to go into like your R, like rrr,
Like Guerrero.
Eduardo Guerrero. Like, I can say that. Like, I mean, obviously I can say
can't.
my own fucking name.
I can. It's hard for me to say your name.
Say it.
Dox him. Do it.
Wadi.
What? End of story.
There you go.
There you go.
Eddie.
No, Eduardo. Like, see, sometimes it works. Like, I'm impressed by, by myself for that time. But
Never heard it.
like dog, I can't say. I can't roll my R.
Perro.
I can't do it. I don't even want to try it.
Try it.
I don't
Try
want
it.
to
This
embarrass
is growth
myself.
here in the making, guys.
I
Come
don't think
on.
it's embarrassing. Like, if you don't, like I said, if you don't actively practice it, your dad's the only one that speaks Spanish, right?
No, my parents, both of them speak Spanish.
Okay.
Because both of them, my grandparents only spoke Spanish. But they never really talked to me in Spanish growing up. Like, if they wanted to say something to each other that they didn't want us to know, they say it in Spanish. See, so it's on y'all. It's on y'all, mom and dad. That's why we don't know Spanish, because you used it against us. Like, you
They
didn't
don't want
want
this
us to know what you were saying. That's why you spoke in Spanish.
Yeah, the one what do you call it? The lone child in the family. It's like there's the flip side of that coin.
It's like when they were like, it's time for them to go to BED, and she's like, and they're like, I know what that says. Es tiempo para yo dormir, and she's like, huh?
Oh.
Ir mimis.
We call it. How I got out of Spanish 1, 2, and 3 and got the credit was testing out. I would make beautiful essays in Spanish.
How the fuck?
How?
And I completely lost that skill.
That's why it's so
Completely.
hard to believe. Like, how the fuck did you write in Spanish?
Me, yo. Basically, you'd make a what do you call it? They give you a topic,
So they give you this paper, right?
and you make an essay like
And you like write on it.
You move your hand.
yeah, like a 5-page essay type thing. And I did that, and then also it's a tape recorder basically, and you have to say phrases in Spanish and just say it beautifully.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Me llamo
¿Dónde está la
biblioteca? I fucking love Community.
Yeah, I know you do. But yeah, that's how, that's how
It's
I
like,
got out
don't
of
stop
it.
talking about it. It's not a personality.
Anyways.
Is that your attempt at a personality?
Bags hurts because I'm slouching. Anyway,
So,
essays.
posture.
So I don't know how you do it. That's crazy. I had to write an essay for one Spanish class. I had my mom help me write it. They gave us a topic, so I wrote it the night before, and I fucking memorized that shit. I was like, I'm gonna memorize this shit, then I'm gonna write it down tomorrow. That's my essay. I did it, and I fucking did it.
And I fucking did it.
I sucked at writing essays, English or Spanish, but that's because I just didn't want to. I remember the one time I tried might have ruined it for me because it was back in like 2nd grade. You remember the benchmarks way back when?
You had a teacher that roasted you?
No, we had
Who's this idiot?
We were doing like either benchmark or the actual tax test was what they called it here in Texas.
Showing your age there. They don't call it that no more.
They don't, because it doesn't exist.
Doesn't
It
exist.
was, if they changed it to star, now it's apparently something different. I don't know.
No, it's still star.
Still star? Okay. But I wrote like 6 to 7, 8 pages for the essay portion of the writing test.
Ew.
And I was like, man, I fucking killed it. And the rate and the scoring is from like 1 to 5. 5 being like the best. And I was like, I just kept writing. And it was like, normally I'm the kid that's like, I'm one of the first ones done. But for this one, I was just fucking going at it. I was like, fuck yeah, this is awesome. That was the last one done. And I finished, I turned in my paper. I was like, in my head, I'm over here like turning in paper that's like on fire. Like, here you go. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
And then I got a fucking 3.
I mean, that's still good.
No, I
That's passing.
passed. That's it.
It's a pass. A pass is a pass.
Yeah, pass. But I read the critiques. I was like, he's just rambling.
Like,
Dude,
he's saying the same sentence 4 times and different, just rearranging the words.
He was really.
And like this and
Yeah,
like that.
I was like, man.
Have you ever had have you ever?
Did you ever? What did you?
It was terrible. Like, we got our essays back, and I remember reading it, and I was like, wow, I'm an idiot.
I thought I was God.
I'm over here like God amongst men, and then just bink.
Yep.
It's like, wow, what a shit on my self-esteem. I'll never be a writer again.
And you never were.
No.
Never were.
I mean,
Damn.
I have a way with words sometimes, but I can't write it. No. Oh, shut up. I make you laugh sometimes.
Because of how stupid it is.
It's so funny. She starts laughing, and then she gets immediately like super angry. Like,
It's like I can't
why
believe
am I
it.
laughing?
It's so stupid.
It's not funny.
It's so dumb. Like, I shouldn't. Whatever.
Some of the stuff I said, I'm actually really proud of. Like, there was like at the store, somebody fucking died. Not at the store, but like outside. They were arrested. Like, they ran out because apparently they were causing some sort of disturbance in the restaurant behind us. He comes out. The cops like arrest him like on the street, and apparently he had like a heart attack and died. And we're like, holy shit, this guy died like right in front of our store. And I was like, somebody was like, man, we're gonna need to call in a medium to get rid of this bad juju. And I was like, with all the shit that's happened, we're gonna need a large.
It's so stupid.
And that's exactly the reaction I got.
We need a venti.
It's not a medium. It's a grande.
It's a grande.
I'm so glad Starbucks burgers aren't actually like that. Like, I have a large. I'm sorry, do you mean a venti? Like, if they were like that, I'd be like, I'm just going. I'm leaving. I'm good.
You don't need my money. Fuck this place.
I don't really need the coffee.
Yes, I do. I need it. But I mean, at least you could ask for a regular coffee. I know some people are like, do they even have that? It's like, that's like how they started.
It reminds me of those videos that name a cult that shouldn't be a cult.
People like Starbucks. Or just Starbucks in general. Speaking of coffee, I heard that there might be a Dunkin' Donuts in Elsa.
Yeah, their coffee sucks.
Hey, but it's coffee. I mean,
Nah, I'd rather go to Stripe.
It's like having a Walmart.
well, you could get donuts. Donuts are good.
Their donuts are like, they're better than Krispy Kremes. I'll give them that.
I heard someone
Shipley's, I think, is the best though.
Shipley's, yeah.
It's like Krispy Kreme, Dunkin' Donuts, Shipley's, by a long shot.
Someone was saying how they used to be saying that there's gonna be a Starbucks in Elsa at the old Whataburger.
It would never last.
Yeah, no, people are too cheap and poor here.
People
Dunkin' Donuts cheap enough to make it.
That can work. They have breakfast tacos too.
You want 75 donuts for $1? Here you go.
I can feed my family, my whole family.
For the day.
I'll be back tomorrow. 75 more.
Damn, that sugar spike.
At the store, I once got every once in a while somebody will leave a tip, and this one guy had like a Shipley's like vest on, and he orders a smoothie, and for a tip, I look in the tip jar. He doesn't take out money. He leaves a little card. I was like, huh, what's that? And he leaves, and I open up the tip jar and I look, a free half dozen donuts.
Hey!
I was like, hey. So
That was gonna be like a QR code of his resume. Y'all hiring?
Call me.
The manager decides, y'all hiring? Like, what? What a massive pay cut that would be. But
Damn.
I was like, sweet. I don't really eat donuts, but I'll at least bring some for the rest of the
That's
staff.
what I was gonna say. You know, that'd be nice.
So I did that, and like, who else would I be waiting behind in line as soon as I get there than 3 cops? I was like,
Makes
wow,
sense.
way to perpetuate the stereotype, guys. It's like y'all came in unison. It's fucking like me, and then me, and me, and I'm just like, oh fuck, all right.
You want a donut with that?
There's not gonna be any donuts left.
I was like, but the manager gave me the no, it's done. I was like,
Sorry. Come back tomorrow.
Oof.
If assuming we still have any, like, how many do they make in a day?
I'm sure.
But they're
a
able to
lot.
sell like 12.
Oh, they
donuts for, like,
from what I heard,
$5.
they throw out a good amount.
They throw them out.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
My mom used to work at a bakery, and she would always come home with like extra stuff.
The
Sounds
impurity
good.
ones, the ones that are all disfigured.
Some of them,
The piggy that looks like an elephant.
mostly. Mostly, yeah.
Got a
But,
donut
like,
that
every
looks like
once
a
in a
pretzel.
while, every once in a while, they'd be
Yo.
like, "Here's like some of the good ones." You're like, "Oh, sweet," but that was a terrible time for health, but a wonderful time for taste. I don't even remember how long she was there, but it felt like forever. It was like over a year, and it was great. You know, we'd wake up, there's like fresh pan dulce on the counter. It's like, ooh.
Yes.
Fuck yeah. Hit the mic. I'm sorry.
Oh no. Well, guys, I'm gonna have to cut it right here. I'm
Alrighty.
missing my own party.
Yeah, go ahead and go.
Go enjoy it. Send us a picture of your award.
My little tiny trophy.
They're free half dozen donuts.
How are they gonna be? Just that. Free half
Oh man.
I can't wait to see the photos. It's like everybody's huddled up together, like, hey, in the storage room.
I think it's cool.
I'm gonna be mad if it's like all a ruse. You just do come in to work.
I was about to say.
Damn, we're just to fire you. It's like, I know you're the OG, but
I brought my wife.
you can't do this in front of my family.
See, kids have kids.
And one on the way.
I saw her the other day. She's growing. I was like, how does it feel? She's like, it's still like, it's indescribable. It's still like indescribable.
Pregnancy is a crazy thing. I've never been pregnant, but
Me neither.
I know. But I am a woman, and I know of people who have been pregnant.
She said, I don't need a man. I'm like, well, if you want to be.
And you know, there's always like these different reactions to it. There's like, oh, I really love pregnancy, and there's the whole other opposite side of that. It's like, oh my god,
You did this to me.
You fucking did this to me.
I'm pretty sure Clarissa said this to Eric behind closed doors all the time.
You did this to me.
Yeah.
You put this child in me, and it's all your fault.
It's like, oh, I can do it to someone else. But then we both lose, huh? Alright.
You might just be able to unplug that cable.
Oh, if it...
No, it's not going to do anything.
I'll come back for the stuff later, man.
Alright. Later tonight?
Yeah, later tonight.
Alright.
See ya.
Oh,
Shadow.
then we could just resume this later. Oh, look at that.
We could if you don't mind.
Probably won't. I mean, you're welcome to come back. Maybe we can record something else.
Yeah, I got places to go, people to see,
People to do.
people to see. Bye. But yeah, pregnancy is crazy, because I know, and then it's every pregnancy is different. So there's like, I I had a really great pregnancy. Like, this pregnancy was great. Like, I can't wait to have another one. And then there's like...
I'm going to do this. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Okay.
So that... Because it was getting a little... Like, now that Eric's gone, the whole thing's kind of, like, fucky. And it looks terrible.
Can never turn this microphone. Oh, well, there we go.
Alright, now it's a one-on-one sesh. But, I don't know. I don't even know. I'm not entirely sure if I even want kids or not. Personally.
I used to be like, no, fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
Look, this is in my way now. This thing won't go down.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. That works.
Good. That's very precarious. We almost knocked out like a headset.
Ah, that's fine. It's $50 headset. It's cheap. It's not the
Thanks, Eric.
best. I used to be like, I don't know. I don't want kids. But I don't know. Like, over the years, I've been like, I don't know. Maybe a kid would be cool. Babies are cute.
I'll have to see if I end up with the right person.
That also.
Like, if I'm with someone that, I don't know, if we end up wanting kids, then great. If we don't,
great.
All right. Save a lot of money.
Save a lot of money, yeah. I mean, each of them has their own, like, pros and cons, of course.
Yeah. Or
I say that, like, children, cons.
Well, I'll probably have kids to put them to work and make me money. I'll be like, you're going to work for me.
Yep.
You're 3 years old. It's time for you to put some money on the table.
Gotta start paying some rent, man.
It's like that.
Food's expensive.
Fucking freeloader. Just ate my wife's food after she ate it for the past 9 months. Like, it's time to pay up. Make me money. I'm sending you to Disney. Dan Schneider, she has good feet.
Oh, God.
I'm surprised that whole thing was... I'm surprised he's still around. The fact that I think he's still, like, a big part of, like, the iCarly revival.
Which one is this? Who is this guy? You gotta remind me.
Dan Schneider, he's, like, produced a lot of, like, Nickelodeon shows. But one theme about those shows that a lot of people would notice is that they show a lot of feet.
I think I've seen a post about it.
Yeah, and just so happens this guy has a foot fetish. So people put two and two together like, oh, this guy's a fucking creep.
He's a weirdo.
Pretty much. So, yeah, it made a lot of people uncomfortable.
I can tell, especially since Disney, right?
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon. Well, still, Nickelodeon is the child's network, children's shows with actors who are children. Just makes it even weirder. Man. My goodness.
Did you have an I am the asshole for this one?
Oh, I did. Damn, I wish we could have talked about it with Eric.
Yeah.
Because I like it because all of us have different points of views and we all think differently. So it's interesting to hearing what everyone has to say. But now you just get these two.
Yeah.
Which we'll see. Mine's biased since I've already read the comments and everything. But I mean, I think I still have my own opinion, obviously.
Yeah.
So again, am I the asshole? This is a subreddit where Redditors post these experiences they've had and they want to know if they're the assholes or not. This Am I the Asshole is called Am I the asshole for calling someone a privileged asshole and saying they wouldn't survive in the real world because of dating preferences? Dating preferences, alright. So, I was with my husband's family the other day and they were discussing dating people of certain jobs and if some jobs are a turnoff. I think it's pretty normal for everyone to have one or two, like I would never date a doctor. Mother-in-law's boyfriend, Todd, said that he would never date a woman who, 1, didn't work, 2, worked in STEM or finance, 3, anything minimum wage, 4, had less than 4 weeks of vacation time a year, and 5 had to wear a uniform.
Holy shit.
Now, to be honest, I think Todd is a huge asshole for various reasons. I pointed out that that was literally most jobs. Todd said that that's okay, he doesn't settle. He then said women who work those jobs are boring and he hates boring women. I pointed out that he is a privileged asshole who wouldn't survive outside of his little bubble, probably sexist, and I can't believe he even has a girlfriend. Mother-in-law says I'm a dick because those are just his preferences, but I found the whole conversation very offensive. So, am I the asshole, or is this guy
Yes,
the
you're an
asshole?
asshole.
This dude.
This dude's talking because you can't help what you like.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't like these things, so be it. That's like in the same way that you can't help what you like, you can't help what you don't like. You shouldn't be like, oh, you should like this. And then, because it's kind of like, it's on the same branch as like kink shaming, sort of.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Which is like, oh, you like this, it's fucking weird. Like, that's bad to like this. I'm not talking about extremes like pedophilia or anything. Just like, oh, like, you like being tied up or whatever. Like, I mean, if you like it, you like it. Whatever.
And if there's consenting party in it, that's
by
good.
all means, go ahead. In this case, the guy likes what he likes. Let him like what he likes. He has a girlfriend. That means he found someone that met that criteria. Otherwise, he wouldn't be dating her. Or if she doesn't like meet all the criteria, and he still wants to date her, that means there's some leeway. So fucking let it go. I mean, if he has a girlfriend, she like, how does that make him sexist? Sure, if he was like, I don't know, I want a woman that's only gonna stay home and do like the chores and whatever, like, maybe that in and of itself isn't sexist, because like, again, you like what you like.
Yeah.
But you know, you can be like, oh, there's some sexist undertones there, something like that. But I mean, if the guy likes what he likes and he has a girlfriend, leave him the fuck alone.
Do you think his preferences are kind of crazy though? What do you think about his specifically his preferences?
The preferences, I think, are a little much. I mean, it's gonna have preferences, like how somebody said, like, oh, like they said, Opie says they would never date a doctor. Well, I mean, it makes sense because you looking forward, you could think like, oh, if we're dating, they're never gonna have time. Mm-hmm. They're always gonna be on call. You know, it could be like on a date, and then like, oh, they're on call. They get a call, and they have to go. Yeah. I mean, that could get a little frustrating. Because dating a doctor or dating anybody of that kind of profession, like pilots or like whatever, shit, like even pipe fitters, like I was, like anybody that works in the refineries, you're gonna be gone for a long time. You're gonna need to be with someone that's very understanding and trustworthy. That isn't gonna be like cheating on you while you're gone. And if you don't want to deal with that, you got every right to not to want to do that. I mean, if we can tell people to like whatever you want them to like, people wouldn't be gay. People wouldn't be bi. Like, you'd be like, no, fucking pick one. It's not how it works.
There's a lot of mixed reactions in the comments, but I do think, like, okay, I think that's a lot of preferences.
I think his preferences are a little like
that's crazy. Like, that you're not gonna find a lot of suitable.
And he's like, there's
people.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but he's like,
he's
got a fucking
number.
blender.
Yeah, he's cutting that number by a lot.
Yeah.
And well, I mean, I guess, like, you know, of course, you like what you like. You shouldn't be with someone that you're not all about, because then you're not doing a favor to either parties.
I guess you can say things about every single one of them, like, oh, he doesn't want to date someone that has a minimum wage job. Maybe he makes a certain amount of money and wants things to be very much even between the two. He doesn't want someone that wears a uniform. This is just bullshit, but like, he wants someone that expresses themselves. Like that, I can't think of anything for that one.
For the uniform, I think there was a comment. It was like, cops, firefighters, nurses, they all wear uniforms. Would you call those people boring? No, they come home. They're very interesting people with very interesting stories. I wouldn't say all of them are boring.
No, I mean, just because someone's in finance doesn't make them boring. If anything, it means they're probably pretty good with money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just have to talk to people, and if you click, you click. That's pretty much it.
But like I was saying before, like there's a lot of you're the asshole, and a lot of you're not the asshole. Let's see. There's this one that's one comment that had received a lot of rewards, and I'm not exactly sure what the star is. You know what that star is for? If that's an award or something. But even the comment is like highlighted in red. Maybe someone who's listening to us is a very avid Redditor and knows what this means.
Ian.
I probably thank you. Please message me. Let me know.
Not comment.
It's. I'm gonna just read it. I don't think I read the whole thing, so we'll take it. This will be a new thing for both of us. This person says you're the asshole. Regardless of why he has them, his dating preferences are his business and have nothing to do with survival. And it seems he never asked for your opinion nor advice. If he's happy with his prospects being few, then there is literally no issue. Better to be single than to settle for something you don't want. And he does have a girlfriend anyway, so clearly the standards weren't all that unattainable. Your reaction was ridiculous and immature. There was really no need to comment at all, let alone get hostile like that. It was an emotional defensive reaction, probably because what he describes excluded people whose situations resemble your own. Like, what do you care? Your reaction is extra crap since you were also taking part in the same convo and admit to your own deal breakers. LOL, like what? Yours are okay, but no one else's are? No one needs your approval. I imagine it was a lovely get-together before you went and ruined it.
Damn! Fucking let him have it. I agree. This person's the asshole.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can find one that's not someone that's called them not the asshole, just so we can get both sides. But that seems like a very good answer, and I think I could stand with that.
I mean, let me play devil's advocate for a second. Let's say, like, what is this person thinking? Why are they so upset that they have these criteria that, you know, apparently are unobtainable? I think it's just like, is OP a girl?
Let me see if it says. I was with my husband's family the other day. Still, I don't know. It doesn't give us like his age or his gender.
I mean, at least, because like this would still kind of fit if they were a male but they were gay.
Mother-in-law says I'm a dick.
Huh?
Would you call a chick a dick? Or would you only call a dude a dick?
Probably only a dude.
Yeah, I could be
either
either
way.
Mm-hmm.
Gay men tend to also lean on the side of like being against the patriarchy, whatever, which I always thought was like really stupid for anybody to say. But they're probably gonna think like, oh, like you really expect women to reach this for you, you know? That's like, who died and made you king that you can expect all this from a woman or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That sort of thing. That's probably what they're thinking. Doesn't make it right, but I'm just trying to get into the mindset of whoever said that. Yes, I do agree that his criteria is a little ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But he has every right to them, and he's not hurting anyone, and he's not like, you know, expecting women to do things for him that, well, I don't know, like that's kind of irrelevant to this, because that would be just something completely different. But I mean, if he has a girlfriend, then there you go. At least you've got at least one woman that disagrees with you.
Let me see. I found these two not the assholes. This one's like, not the asshole. Yes, he is allowed to have a preference, and his preference makes him sound like a pretentious asshole. Calling him out for that doesn't make you one. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like if
it goes back to me, it goes back to the whole like king shaming thing. Like, just as you shouldn't judge people on what they like, you shouldn't judge people on what they don't like.
This one's kind of Let's see. Not the asshole. Sounds like this misogynist needs to start earning more money for a housewife. Her job wouldn't matter if he was wealthy enough. If it did, he could gloat that he is rich enough for his wife to be a lady of leisure. Sounds like Todd wants to be seen as a catch when he clearly brings nothing to the table. But audacity and embarrassment, that one's I don't know.
Oh, great.
I think they're taking it too far.
Way to jump to fucking conclusions.
Yeah.
You got all that from this. And no, like I said earlier, maybe he doesn't want someone to be like a minimum wage job because he makes a good amount of money, and one, he's afraid of like if someone with a minimum wage job is going to take advantage of him. Two, maybe he wants someone to be able to like pull their share financially, which is not a crazy thing to ask for, you know? Like sure, like one, like some, like, and oftentimes someone makes more money than the other. That's okay as long as you figure things out.
Yeah.
But I mean, he has every like him like. He does, like, if anything, this person sounds like a bitch, too, because they're like, oh, you need to provide for me. Like, hey, it's 2022. Women can provide for themselves and the whole family by themselves. Like, what's your excuse? You know? Why does he have to provide for you now?
I've seen these TikToks where it's like a stay-at-home husband. And it's just him going about his day, helping, you know, his wife, you know, like, helping her get ready in the morning, buying groceries, doing stuff, you know, that, you know, to take care of the house. And while she's obviously at work. And he's pretty cool about it. And the comments are pretty cool about it too. And
it used to be, I know for a fact, it used to be like, oh, if you're the stay-at-home man, you're less of a man. Because you're the one supposed to be blah, 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 providing whatever. Not so much the case anymore. Honestly, if push came, like if the situation came that I had to be like a stay-at-home dad, you know, because of the two of us, she made the more money, and you know, her job would provide for a lot better than mine would. I mean, I'll go ahead and I'll take the role of stay-at-home dad. I don't care. Like, there's still plenty for me to do.
Yes,
I like to cook, so it's not like I'll be like, oh, now I have to slave over a fucking stove. Like, no, I'm gonna be like, oh, great, now's my time to practice. I have plenty of time because I'm not working, and this bitch is buying all the food. So, but
it's the thing my dad does when I used to always go with him Sunday mornings. We'd go grocery shopping, and usually be me and my dad. I'd help him, and then he'd get to the register, and they're ringing him up, and then it's time to pay, and he gives them my mom's debit card, and he's like, my wife's paying for this. He always says it to bring it up, because I mean, like, it's my mom does make more money than my dad, but like my dad's cool with it. He understands it. He always brings it up. Like he's
it's like kind of giving him a little jab at himself, but it's not like something he takes seriously.
Yeah, like that's the kind of man he is. He likes to joke around, but he's like, yeah, this is my wife's paying for all this, and he just has a laugh, trying to make the.
I'd prefer best case scenario for me, like, would be that we make about the same money, or I make a little more. Like, it's not because like, oh, I'm a man, I should make more than her, but I very much was raised with like the mindset like to provide, even like whether I have kids or not, still want to be able to provide for the both of us. But I mean, it wouldn't be enough to, you know, make me like super insecure that I'm the stay at home. It's like, well, shit still needs to be done. I'm very much the guy that like, somebody needs to do it. I'll do it. No big deal to me. And as somebody wants to be a chef, it could very much happen that I'm the one that makes less money, unless I'm like just really fucking good, which I plan on being. Of course, I am kind of I was going to go to culinary school, but I'm kind of taking a step back from that to learn the business angle of running a restaurant. I'm actually getting some pretty good advice from a restaurateur and an entrepreneur. Like like a couple weeks ago, I sat down over there at my desk and we had like a three-way like video call, and they asked me like, what are your questions, like, you know, and one of them was like, well, I know I only allotted like half an hour to this conversation, but this isn't going to be the last one. You know, I fully intend on, like, you know, teaching you, like showing you the ropes, whatever. Not just me, there's someone else as well. And I'm like, aces. But he asked me, he's like, one thing you gotta answer. Doesn't have to be now, but it's gonna come up, and you're gonna have to give an answer. Do you want to be the chef, or do you want to be the owner, or the businessman behind it? And I was like,
you can do both.
You can, but it's very difficult. Like, it's really hard. Like, so let's say this. I make a restaurant, and I'm very much like the head chef.
Yeah.
You go to the restaurant for me, because I'm the one that makes the food. It's my food that's incredible, whatever.
Yeah, of course.
How would I ever be able to open another one? I can't be at both restaurants. It won't be the same restaurant because it's not me. I am that business. And he gave me a good example. He's like, my mother runs a yoga studio, because like they own multiple businesses, and he's very smart. And he's like, but my mother runs like a yoga studio, and it's very much her. You know, she's the one that leads everything. Blah blah blah. She can't open another one because it wouldn't be her. It'd be a completely different thing. You know, so. And it made perfect sense to me. I was like, okay, I can be the greatest chef on the planet, but I'd still be limiting myself, unless, like, you know, I have like exorbitant prices or something, or just make everybody's coming. But I mean, let's be real, what are the odds of that happening? I'd need to be world class good, and that's not going to be something simple to get to. So I was like, when he asked me that, I was like, well, for now, I don't mind putting the chef thing aside, because I'm always practicing anyway. Like, I'm always cooking for you guys whenever I get the chance. I'm cooking for people at work when I get the chance. So I'm always practicing. I'm not worried about that. But I was like, I want to be the businessman because I want to know, like, how to run things. I want to know, like, so that way if I do open another restaurant, I know what to look for in people, so that way when I'm not there, it's still going to run, still going to make me money, and it's still going to be good. So that's why I'm not in culinary school right now.
That point you said was interesting, how we're like, oh, you're going for this one guy, like I'm going for this chef. It wouldn't be the same if I open up another restaurant. Well, wouldn't that be the same thing for everything? Like okay, like I'm the businessman. I hired the chef, and the chef's really good at this place. I'm gonna make another one. You can't bring that guy to the other restaurant. So how would I'm just trying to understand.
Well,
that.
like it would be it wouldn't be. Let's think of it this way: like the yoga studio.
Mm-hmm.
Either. Like, the only way to make another one would be, because, like, let's say that business is too much entwined to that personality. Okay. And there's only one person with that personality. So, but if I'm going to call it, let's say I make the restaurant Wadi. It's my name, but I'm not the chef currently there. I'm just the owner. So I don't need to be there to be the owner. I wouldn't need to be there to be the chef. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But if it's just like, Wadi knows his, like, standards. So if I go to one of his restaurants here, it's going to have the same standards as this one over here. Because I'm going to be handpicking the people at each one. And they're all going to meet my standards. And if they don't, then I don't want them there. So then I'll be able to, like, it's not my personality running the place, but it's my standards that people are going, because people like the standards that I've set, so they know the food's going to be good. But if it was just me as the chef, and I make, like, really good food, like, Are you gonna go to the one with that Wadi's actually cooking at and get the world class food, guaranteed, or you're gonna go to the other one that he made, but it's not him? Let's say Gordon Ramsay opened 2 restaurants here. One of them, he's always the cook at. The other one just has his name on it.
Well, wouldn't it still be by his standards?
Sure, but wouldn't you rather go to the one that he's cooking at?
That's true. That's true.
Exactly. So it's not exactly black and white. Mm-hmm. They're like, that's why I want to learn from these people to get like the mindset necessary to be able to do that. And we've only really had one conversation, but like I said, they intend on having more, and I'm learning a lot. And it's actually really cool. Like I'm like they're like, yo, read these books, because it helps like get the mindset. I just ordered a couple today, and there's one that's on the couch right now that came in the mail, like with these pop filters. But it's actually kind of neat. Like I'm like, okay, this isn't. I'm not becoming a chef, but I'm also more likely, I feel, gonna be able to run a restaurant. Even if I'm not the chef, I'll be able to do it confidently, though.
You know what I just realized? It's totally off topic. I parked behind Eric. And it's been a while since he's been gone, so I'm sure he got out, but it must have been very difficult.
He didn't say anything.
He didn't message us, so yeah.
Yeah, I still got nothing here. That's a funny thing to realize.
I know, I was like, you just see me, I'm looking down, listening to your comments, you're like, yeah. And then just like, boom, eyes wide. I'm like, oh, man. I parked behind that man. But well, he's fine. He should be fine.
I mean, if he didn't say anything, I'm sure he's already gone.
Yeah.
He's not going to miss his party unless your car is like 17 feet further back and the bumper's looking a little pushed in. Who knows?
And I'm still trying to learn how far I can, or how close I can go with the front part of my truck, because I do have the bull bar in front, and I still don't know like how far that extends. Plus the whole it's not a trunk, hood, or the front of the truck, you know. And so I parked. I was like, okay, I want to try to park as close as I can. That's what I was thinking when I parked. But obviously I didn't, because I was like, no, I don't want to hit him. I'm just gonna, this looks okay. And then I get down, I notice that there's some distance. So he should have been fine, because I don't think he parked really close to you either. Your sister wasn't there, so he could have just parked in there. And then
he always parks in like the empty parking spots, and I'm like, I don't know if anyone's coming, like park behind me. But
that's why
it's never really been that big a deal.
Yeah, no, like he's fine. Like that's
hopefully
we should.
Again, let's. If anything, stay tuned, because if something happened, you'll see it here. I'll attach a little video at the end. It's like, hey, it's time for some prop hunt featuring Andrea's parts of her truck.
Yeah. Next episode's gonna be like, so my truck again. Yeah. At
least it runs.
No, I'm happy it does. Like, yeah, like the heater's working, thank God.
But it is a huge pain in the ass.
It's it's very inconvenient.
It's very much a first world problem.
Yeah.
Very much a first world problem. Like, fuck, I can't listen to music on my way to work. Like, on my commute. Like, do you need it? No. But man, it makes it so much better. Like, shit, like the shift I had today at work, it was super slow. And if it wasn't for, like, you know, the person I was working with and the music that we were playing, because we turned off one of the registers and put Spotify on it.
Wow.
and it was really good. Listening to music, real chill, having good conversation the whole shift. Like, it was slow, but it wasn't boring.
And my truck, it's quiet. It's a quiet truck. Like my Jeep I had before was super loud. You could hear everything outside. So it's like even worse because
so as soon as you open the door, it's like sensory overload.
Yeah.
Like
you're going, this is too much. I got to need some headphones.
You're just driving. You're
I notice every little sound now. I was like, what is this noise? It's like I'm just looking everywhere trying to figure it out.
We'll go see. I'll check it out right now. See what we can find.
Super quick. Because it was my mom's birthday, guys. It was my mom's birthday, the 21st. So it's been a while. It's been a couple days.
Yes, 2 days ago.
Yeah. So we're going to...
23rd right now.
My sister just texted me. She's like, when are you coming home? We're going to sing happy birthday to Mom. So I guess we're finally going to cut the cake.
Right now?
Well, after, yeah.
Oh.
For her birthday, we had dinner. The whole family came. We had dinner for her. And we didn't sing happy birthday afterwards. Or they cut the cake afterwards. So I guess that's why they want to do it now. But so yeah, we celebrated it. It's just the cake. I guess the formalities of birthdays.
I guess now would be a good time for us to cut it then. Huh.
It worked. Cut the show. Cut the cake.
Yeah. I know we're cutting this one a little short, but I'm gonna splice on right now, however much we recorded with just me and Eric, to keep the conversation going. I feel like we kind of owe, a little bit of a longer episode.
Oh, because of the other
we
episode.
missed 2 weeks, because of this.
That's right. Last week's episode was even longer too. Damn.
This would meet pretty much it was only like 10 minutes longer.
Yeah, but
This would be like 20 minutes longer, maybe more, because I think we recorded like 45 minutes. I think. And like I don't know, like I don't like the fact that we didn't upload the past 2 weeks, especially because of like the technical difficulties.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, you can ask Eric. I was just like, fuck, like it's super annoying. I was really looking forward to going back to the upload schedule. But
it's just bad luck because that first week we were sick. We don't want to expose anybody or just get anybody else sick. And then the second week, technical difficulties. That's just bad luck. Like, that sucks.
I'm still surprised I didn't get sick.
Lucky you. Must be nice.
Yeah, that's what it pays to have good genes. Even though every other person in my family got the virus. Except for me.
I didn't. I was just very sick.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, of all things, you just get the flu during the pandemic.
And it kicks your ass. But I'm fine. We're fine now. Everyone's fine.
All right then. In that case, I was gonna do the outro, but there's no point. Let me just. I think I do another intro. Yeah, I think I immediately started an intro to that clip that we recorded, so it's gonna be weird. But you guys get more content. I end up having to do more editing. You're welcome.
Let's go.
We'll see y'all next week. I can just find a way to fuck it. This is your intro. Hey guys,
this is our intro.
We're gonna call this with a pinch of salt because this is like a mini episode.
Minis, you gotta love minis.
Why are we doing this? Well, because we recorded episode 35, right? And it went to shit.
I don't even think we're gonna call it episode 35.
No, we're gonna have to record another episode 35 because the audio exploded.
Pretty much. We're gonna have a headset guy. Eddie, I volunteer you.
Yeah.
To be the headset guy.
I'm the only one here that actually knows how to use this shit.
Yes, exactly. 100%.
But yeah, we might release it like later. I was like, which sucks because that was probably the funniest podcast we had yet.
It was funny, and we all put in our time and effort into showing up here. Because we all have busy lives. We're adults. What? Who knew?
I mean, we don't act like it. But
I know we don't act
adults.
like it.
But
Hope you like our little setup that we just did in a matter of 20 minutes.
Yeah, kind of. I personally, I like the way these pop filters look, which it kind of adds like a more professional vibe to it. Even though it's literally just some $8 piece of plastic and mesh that I shoved into the
It
mic.
amplifies the quality, but it also makes it look cool.
I mean, we could do this now.
Even though I don't do that.
Yeah, I don't do it either, but we can now.
No, we can now, though. We can.
That's where all the fun is.
I like them. They look kind of like Kylo Ren-esque, style. Any Star Wars fans out there? If not, it's okay. I don't judge you.
Hey. Okay. So what have you been up to this week?
Bean show, work.
My car died for a little bit, but then
that was really fun, man.
Yeah, the belt, the serpentine belt, just like bird nested itself in there.
Yeah, I've never seen a belt with all its fibers just spread out. It's literally looked like an Acme, Kaboom Looney Tunes.
I mean,
type situation.
At least we can say we got it fixed in a parking lot to some restaurant. So, I mean, props to us.
Yeah, the whole time Eddie was thinking, why me? This would happen to me. But I'm like, you got it fixed. You didn't have to get it towed. Life's not that bad,
I mean,
yeah.
I was actually in pretty high spirits that time because, times were good. Like, things that, I don't know. I finally got to do something that I've been wanting to do for a while. And I mean for a while. And it put me in a really good mood. So even the car messing up didn't really bum me out. Like it probably would have beforehand. Because I was tired. I worked a lot of hours. I think 120 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And things were just getting to me. I was I had a short fuse. Everything frustrated me, and I was just like, if you said something stupid, I'd be like, you're a fucking moron.
You guys don't even know. Even when we were taking a break from working on his car, they still called him in because they needed help, and he had to walk over, clock in.
It wasn't quite that bad, but
even all that, you're still not angry. You're actually what experience or situation that made you have this endorphin boosted?
I can't say.
It's too soon to tell.
No, it's just kind of private right now.
It's just kind of. I get you.
But it was it was pretty good. It was okay. It was wholesome. Don't be thinking he got laid. Fucking. Because I know that's what you're thinking, you son of a bitch. You're like, oh, Eddie got laid.
I can't gaslight my best friends. Okay. All right.
Yeah, you still do.
Hype man. I'm the hype man. Come on, man.
Nah, it just feels good to say, I finally got to just hang out, too. Because it wasn't really, my job's fault. They weren't oh, we're going to put a bunch of hours on you. No. I needed to step up. I am in a leadership position, and things needed to be done, and I was like, well, I know I can get them done, so I stepped up. I volunteered. I'm not blaming my bosses. I'm not blaming anybody else. I took the shifts, and I got everything done. Sure, I was tired. It exhausted me mentally too, mainly mentally. But I was able to do everything I needed to, and then finally I got to relax. I got to hang out. I got to do, like I said, something I've been waiting to do for a while, and I feel good. It was a very nice recharge, and I think I've pretty much, scheduled my coming weeks in a way that I'll get that a good recharge, every week, once a week. That'll be enough to push me to the next one.
Once a year, I get a line from my chiropractor. So yeah,
just once.
I can relate.
Really, that's the whole thing. Oh shit, this is gonna push me to the next 12 months.
Recharge, yeah, exactly. I'm done. I'm good.
Oh man, I wish.
Yeah,
I should go to one.
I would recommend. I recommend the doctor that's been working with me for a minute. We tried to go to that the chain one. What was it called?
The joint?
The joint, yeah, and you can never get an appointment there. They're always difficult. They're rude. Forget it.
Wow, really?
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm gonna go to this local owned business that was referred. You gotta go to those referral ones, man, because that's their reputation. They don't put any advertisements out there. That's how they save money.
I mean, yeah, that's what we should do with this podcast. Just be big. Just get a following.
Just get a
you
following.
don't have to market.
Word of mouth.
Yeah.
Don't gotta spend money on advertisements.
Tell everybody about us.
It's okay.
Be like, hey, I'm listening to this podcast. They took a little bit to come back because things got difficult. Yeah. Very difficult. Like, holy shit.
You thought 2021 was bad? 2022 was like, oh, you thought it was going to be sweet up in here?
I wouldn't say it was bad, just like monotonous.
The delays.
The delays was the big thing.
A huge inconvenience.
Yeah, I was kind of like, fuck, we're not even going to be able to record a podcast this week.
I know. And I felt the momentum. I was like, it's about drive. It's about power. And then it happened. Slowing down momentum. Roadblocks.
Yeah.
Roadblocks.
I mean, I'm not upset. As long as we were able to come back.
Exactly.
Who knows? Maybe the algorithm's going to be on our side. Be like, hey, you guys are back. Like, oh, we're going to boost y'all a little bit.
Maybe. I'm hopeful, guys. I'm hopeful.
Yeah, same. Because the sooner, like, if this, I want this podcast to be listened to, even on Spotify. But,
Spotify is big.
yeah, the only way we're going to get there. Oh, we need to do, maybe after this little recording, because we're only going to do this for like, what, 20, 30 minutes?
Yeah. It's going to be a short and sweet one, guys. When we said mini, we said mini. All right, a pinch of salt on this one.
Yeah, which is funny, because a pinch is more than a grain. I just realized we always do a grain of
You're
salt.
You're retconning here?
Yeah.
Oh,
we always do a grain of salt. It's just one big-ass grain, but then a pinch is more than one. Couple.
Not if we're in the quantum realm, Eddie.
Yeah. No.
I just went Ant-Man on your ass.
Oh my
God. I went Big Bang Theory over here.
Wow, I just moved the whole thing. I thought I was just going to move the arm.
It's okay. We're not going to hear it.
Yeah.
Because of our nice setup here.
Oh.
Oh, man. Do I have to move now? Hi. How's it going? But yeah, when we do like these little episodes, I would love to have like this. I don't know.
This little setup,
like Q&A. I would love a Q&A when we do things like this. You know?
Yeah, cause
hear back from everybody. Our viewpoints.
We could make this like its own little show, maybe. You know, put in the comments. Do you guys want advice on something? Keep in mind, we're just a bunch of idiots, so take our advice with a grain of salt. Or a pinch.
What do you call it? It's advice from mid-20s, okay? So
yeah, mid-20s.
So we know a little about life.
And then people who are in their 30s gonna be like, yeah, I don't know shit about life.
Exactly.
And then people in their 40s gonna be like,
you hate to hear it. He's such a baby, this and that. You haven't lived, blah, blah, blah.
It's like, what? You're only like 26?
I've been places, asshole. Like, and then someone that's 22, I know everything about life. And you're just be like, no, get cute. And you just, they know everything.
I know we don't know everything about life.
We become hypocrites here.
You know what? Actually, let's be like hypocritical advice. Like, okay, here's what I did, and I'm going to tell you to do the opposite. Even if it would actually help you.
What? Damn, Eddie. You know, some people have done that. I've known some people that have taken like stocks advice and went the complete opposite, and they actually got money based on this person's actual like deals. Like, oh, invest into this, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna do a put option on it. And I've seen the backfire on it when I tell someone to, hey, not a financial advice, but this is gonna boom soon. And they do a put option, and they lost a lot of money going against my advice. Ask holes, man.
So they ask you for advice, and then they're like, all right, cool. I'm going to do the opposite.
Exactly.
Why?
No idea. I would love to have them on the show, but I'm pretty sure they'd be humiliated by that whole conversation. So out of respect, I'm not gonna do it. You know.
Oh, please. Okay. You already talked about them. Just say their names.
Dox them.
Yeah, here's their address. Here's where they live. Here's how much money they lost. That'd be the worst part.
I can say how much.
Oh, if you said that, that means I know who they are.
No, I don't think you do.
Okay, then never mind. Just shit all over my plot twist.
Shit all over your plot twist, Eddie.
Well, if I try to,
you don't know my life.
Try to be M. Night Shyamalan, I end up fucking someone else.
You're not Bruce Willis.
I mean, that was the only... Bruce Willis, that's pretty much the only good twist he was a part of, wasn't he?
Yeah, no, two of them.
Which was the other one?
Glass.
Oh.
There was Split, there was Glass, and I forgot the other one that's actually...
Sand.
Sand. Sand, Eddie. Look at this fucking guy. Getting me flustered. He does this on purpose. This bullshit right here.
I'm crashing, man.
Really?
I had a monster earlier.
We're at 12 minutes, man. We got another 12 to go.
I know.
Crashing.
It just hit me right now. I was like, fuck.
It's okay. Something came out.
Oh no. Does it hurt?
No, at work.
Did he hurt?
I can't say it because it's early stages. It's a really bad like PR type thing.
Without revealing too many details, like about where it happened or who
I can say what it's about.
Well, all right, let's go.
Harassment.
Oh. Of course. Was it?
I'm gonna leave it alone at that.
So was it? Huh?
It wasn't me. It was.
Of course not.
It was.
You're not gonna be like, oh, I harassed someone. Like,
no.
You're gonna just oust yourself.
I'm not gonna be the victim. You know. Woe is me.
Somebody at my workplace got harassed, and now I have to take like time off. Like,
oh, can I do that? I'm gonna look that up. Be like, I'm taking time off for emotional damages of what I just heard. I don't know.
Honestly, with today's social climate, I can see that happening.
Oh my god.
Honestly, like, I don't like.
Oh no, Alan had a really good topic about it, about his what do you call it? Perspective on trans people at a workplace, but I don't think it even picked up, did it? It's
Did
a
he
lost
talk
audio
about
file.
that on the show?
He didn't. I don't think he did. We were doing mic tests.
Something
we had to brush over again. We have to.
What was his topic?
No, it was like when you hear about it, like workplace with trans people, how they're using the bathroom, and you're like, oh, this is ridiculous, right? And you saw it, remember? He's like, it happened to me 3 years ago, and then it happened now, and now it's like complete opposite.
Like 3 years ago, someone was trans.
They used the bathroom.
Male to female. They went to the restroom, the women's restroom, and then they got angry with them, telling them, no, you have to go to the other one.
Yeah.
And there was this whole thing. And then 3 years later, it's another trans person, and they just let them...
Yeah.
Things change.
Things do change.
I mean, what else do you want to say? Like... I don't know. As long as, in general, I think as long as you're not hurting anybody or yourself, just live your life. If you want to use this restroom, go ahead. If you want to use the other one, I mean, Starbucks has unisex restrooms now. Well, they've had it for a long time, but
Isn't it like a single restroom?
There's two.
Oh. I was like, that's how you could get away with it. Whataburger has the same thing. Damn. And some Whataburgers are small ones.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's a one-use restroom. Lock the door.
Yeah. Man. Why am I crashing? I should drink another one, like right now.
Do it right now.
No.
No, don't do it. Once this is over, you could sleep.
Bim, 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 bim.
It's okay, guys.
Sleep.
We're gonna keep.
It's literally 7:39 p.m.
Hey, when you're old, man. You gotta take care of yourself. And you got another shift. look at this, man. There's a lot of people that are, I've been around a lot of people that are managers but are not leaders. And I've been around a lot of leaders that have the what do you call it?
The drive.
No, not the
It's
status,
about drive.
I guess.
It's about power.
No.
Do they devour?
I'm getting off
still
topic here. I'm losing what I'm saying, asshole. No, but it's really weird. Like it's refreshing.
They're
I guess you could
leaders, but like they have no drive to
no,
like
they don't have
move
the
forward?
qualifications of being a manager or higher up.
Like what exactly?
But people still respect them, and then they get shit done. You know.
Yeah.
It's sad. There's not a lot of leaders. So Eddie taking initiative here from this place that he works at. It's nice to see like the people you surround yourself with.
Well, I mean, I am getting trained to move up, so there's that.
Let's hope it doesn't get into your head. I'm gonna go into your store as a customer and bitch you out.
I'm like,
You were one of them.
oh my
Take
gosh,
off that paperclip.
we've had some dumb people come in, like dumb motherfuckers. This guy came in today complaining about last night. I wasn't working last night. But basically, yesterday was cold. You know that, right? You live
I
here.
had one like this. Yes, I'll say mine after.
Yesterday
you.
was cold. Our little shop isn't going to do well when it's cold. Why? Because we serve cold things.
Cold things.
What we serve is
Beverages.
cold. So, obviously, we had very, very low sales. To the point where our regional manager was like, well, the owner was thinking, you know what if we just open like an hour later? And then like the regional manager was like, we'll just open from the beginning, like now we're like normal. I was going to open with someone else as well, not just the regional manager, but I told them to go home. I was like, it's going to be slow. It's going to be dead. Like, we're not going to need your help. She was like, oh, great, thanks. I didn't want to drive in, like, icy roads anyway. Cool. Like, 3 hours came in, and we only served, like, 4 people. And
Been there,
to the
yeah.
point where, like, the manager was like, maybe next time, like, we see a day like this coming, we'll just open 3 hours later. Because, like, it's not worth it. We're not making any money.
Yeah, you're losing money at that point.
And so, the rest of the day was pretty much like that. Someone else I work with, they were closing. The one I'm being trained with to go higher, then like the next step. Well, she had the closing shift with one other person, and she was training them because they're a new hire, and they figured, you know what, this might be good because it's a slow day. We'll be able to teach them everything. But there was just nothing to do. Like, no customers to serve or whatever.
Like, you literally did everything in like 10 minutes and then waited.
Pretty much. And she was like, you know what, I'm just gonna... She didn't close the store that late. Or like that, like, early. If anything, she was just like, it's 5 minutes till close. Like, there's nothing going on. I'm just gonna close. We close at 9. This guy comes at 8:58 and is like complaining, like, oh, they were closed or whatever. Because like he insists on getting like served like at 8:58, even though most people I know, including myself, it'd be like 8:58. What time do they close? 9. I'll just cut my losses. I'll go another time, right? Because nobody wants to be that guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah.
Unless
no.
I know someone there. I'm like, all right, they'll wait for me.
We'll just let me know ahead of time, and I'll be like, all right, which I have done.
Yeah.
But so he comes in today.
So this asshat.
This asshat comes in today, and he's like, hey, so are you the manager? I was like, I'm the one in charge right now. Why, what's up? And he's like, It's because I came in at 8:58 p.m. And don't you guys close at 9? I was like, yeah. She's like, well, I came in at 8:58 p.m. and we were closed. And I was like, what the heck's going on? And I was like, oh. And I was like, okay, I can either throw the other person under the bus or I can defend them. And I was like, I'm going to defend them because I would have done the same fucking thing. I was like, well, basically yesterday sales were like really, really low and it just wasn't worth it to be open the entire time. He was like, well, I don't understand. Sales were low, yet I was going there to make a sale. And I'm like, sure, but are you going to spend $300 to make $7? Like, if sales are low, what is your $7 purchase going to do for us? It doesn't take $7 to keep the store open for a day. It takes much more than that.
Yeah.
So your little sale, if anything, I'm thinking like they think, oh, number of sales is what matters. Like, no. If
actual revenue.
Actual money is what matters. Because if we have 1,000 people come in and they all only get like $1 of like they only purchase like $1 of something, we got $1,000.
I've had this happen before, and you know what I said? I said, well, we got an email from a corporate to shut down early due to weather conditions. And that was the end of that argument. Turn them down. I have like these little scripts in my head just to deter people from getting, because when customers come up to me, they're fuming that I guess the way I walk or something, maybe is my polo. They think I'm the manager at that point, which is terribly wrong. I'm just walking around trying to get the job done. But yeah, they're coming at me, foaming at the mouth, telling me their grievance, and then I'm just like, oh well, this is what's happening, out of our hands. You know, what are you gonna do? Change the weather? You know? And they really don't have an answer after that. You know, I hate when you they're not in a logical state right now. Why try to give them a logical answer?
Well, I was pretty much just like, it just didn't. It made no sense to stay open.
Yeah.
Like, and the fact that he didn't get it makes me think like this guy's an imbecile.
That's
like,
why you came in at that time.
That's why I gave him the analogy. If you were, would you pay $300 to make $7? That's a net loss of $293. You're not going to walk away with $307. You're going to walk away losing $293.
It's just not feasible.
But they didn't understand. They just couldn't see it. I'm like, they're that entitled. They're like, well, I was going to make a sale. Like, good fucking great. Unless your sale is like $3,000.
Unless you're gonna buy smoothies for,
unless you're gonna buy like $3,000 worth of fucking smoothies. Fuck off, dude.
Unless you're a Capital One card.
Fucking what's in your wallet? Fucking smoothies. Apparently, because I don't have anywhere else to put them.
You're buying some for the whole volleyball team. Get the fuck out of here.
How fucking stupid. How entitled are you?
I get that, and I've seen it when we were working on his car late night. Like 3 hours before, like after it closed.
Oh yeah, it was like
two people. Yeah,
it was like 2 a.m.
Yeah, they're like, "Hey, is it open?"
Is it open? The lights are off.
It's just the one car that we're working on. They're like, "No, what do you mean?"
We're just like, "Does it look open?" He's like, "Can you open it?" I was like, "No."
Could you imagine the great lengths to go? Like I've gone to like Burger King after work. Like, oh, I want some of those chicken fries, Chicken fries, pretty good. Want to swing by over there, and they close an hour before when, like, you see on their sign that says closing at 11, and it's 10 o'clock, and it just closed for the day. I just go home. I don't go like, oh, I'm going to write this down. We'll come back tomorrow morning and bitch them out.
Like,
you get it.
If anything, if the owner would have say, like, hey, just close down.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? If I can convince him otherwise because I believe it's better for us to stay open, I'll talk to him and be like, hey, personally, I think this. But at the end of the day, it's his decision. Or corporate, I guess. It's a franchise. It's a little different. Not exactly one-to-one. Yeah. But if the owner decides, hey, shut it down, we're going to fucking shut it down. We have every right to. Like, so if they come and being like, hey, you guys weren't, because like I said, the manager was like, maybe next time we'll just open like 3 hours later. Like, had they come in the morning and we still weren't open yet when we were supposed to be, are they gonna bitch us out? Be like, they could be like, well, I was gonna make a sale. Like, great. Are you gonna are you gonna make us like $700? Like in one purchase? Because otherwise, you're not fucking worth it. Who the fuck do you think you are? That you think not only as the owner and the store itself should lose so much money just to give you one $7 smoothie.
It's this weird hybrid of the same.
I'm only using $7 as an example, by the way.
Yeah. It's this weird little hybrid that's evolved from the customer's always right to the customer's always entitled.
The customers so
it's so weird,
dude. Like, you don't understand like how entitled these customers get. Well, actually, no, I'm pretty sure you do understand.
Yeah.
But like, shit, same night, she told me that somebody came to like the window of the drive-thru, even though we put a cone in the way. We put a cone in the way because people are fucking stupid. They see everything's off and they still decide, I'm gonna go see if anyone's open. I'm gonna go see if they're open. It even says at the fucking menu, hey, sorry, we're closed. Put the cones
and then lane spikes.
It even says we're fucking closed. My thing was like, we should build a wall and have the customers pay for it.
Oh my god.
But it even says like, hey, sorry, we're closed. Come back during our normal business hours, whatever. And like, this bitch like goes to the window and she's like, she sees people inside. She's like, hey, like, are you guys closed? Or are you like closed? And she's like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, we're closed?
What are you talking about?
Like, get the fuck out of here, closed? We're not going to serve you closed? Like, I don't understand. Like, if you want to stay here, sure, give me half an hour to get everything out to actually, be able to make your fucking order. Like, oh my goodness, how do people not think? What is wrong nowadays that people are this entitled? Like, if I was the owner and I was there, like, with the dude that was like, oh, like, why were you shut down early? I was like, if I was the owner, I'd be like, because I said so. You think I'm going to be spending thousands of dollars to serve you $7? Or to gain from you $7? No.
It's a disconnect. Do you think they say that to, like, a guy in a food truck? No. They're not going to say that.
Guy in the food truck going to be like, fuck off.
Exactly.
Or run you over. Yeah. Like, if... I mean, you shouldn't be this way, obviously. Like, if you're going to own a business, like a restaurant, best case scenario, you should be able to get everything, through everything by killing them with kindness. But honestly, I wouldn't mind losing a customer like that's that entitled, because I know they're only going to be trouble, and they have been trouble in the past. They'll order something, complain about it, even though it's exactly what they ordered, because a lot of these things, they're exactly what, like, you kind of choose what goes in it. Mm-hmm. And
this
they chose
cheeseburger has cheese. That's my problem.
We've pretty much had the equivalent of, I want a cheeseburger with no, I want a cheeseburger with no cheese. All right, you just want a hamburger? No, I want a cheeseburger with no cheese. We've had the equivalent of that. I think it was pretty much like, I want the vanilla of this and add strawberries to it. I was like, what do you want? Do you want the strawberry version of that? He's like, no, I want the vanilla version of this with strawberries. And I was like, it's literally, you're literally paying $1 more for the same fucking thing. Like, you could literally, and I said, fuck it. I'm just going to charge you the extra $1. It's going to make me look better. Like, I added some sales. Not to our sales, but, like, whatever. And I'm just like...
Which one? The customer gets what they want inadvertently.
The customer is not always right. And if you believe in this, like, you're an idiot. I'm sorry, but I genuinely think you're an idiot, because you're probably part of the problem. Think a little bit. We have plenty of people that don't read the fucking menu, still ask us what's in it. I'm like, did you read it? Because it's right in fucking front of you.
If I was to be like, if I was to run a town like a mayor, I would enforce, like, driving schools to be more strict. Because if these people are in the situations where they're saying dumb shit, how are you be able to drive? Like, how did you get this far in life to drive somewhere to be this stupid?
Like,
yeah, it's not like shitting on every single customer. I know, like, these are the ones that were the bad eggs, you can say.
yeah, not every customer's terrible. There's some that I've memorized their orders and stuff because they come a lot, and I was like, great, they're here. It's gonna be a nice. It's gonna be okay for a little bit. But there's like the entitledness. Like, what happened to this world that people just got? Well,
Before
I'm pretty sure this has
pandemic,
always been
before they
happening, but-
closed everything, I've seen that happen though. When my first gen people that I started with, and the company, the retail company, I've seen that chip away their soul a bit. The stupid customers, the ones that are really hard to talk to because they don't respond with intelligence.
We have plenty of customers that don't even respond to our questions. What size will that be?
Yeah, and when we came back, it was worse. I feel like it was worse. And from my experience, the Black Fridays, they've gone down significantly, like, less violent. And this past one was pretty chill. But the crew that I work with now, they're like all traumatized, like, oh my god, I can't do this. I need a break. I need to get out of here. I'm like, wow.
People need what we need, and I know I'm not the first to say this. I just don't remember where I first heard it from, or who I first heard it from. But we should be, like, by law required to work like a year in, like, food or retail, so that way you can learn a bit of, I don't know, empathy, compassion.
Military.
No,
We all getting fucked up.
well, we've had some military people come in act like super entitled.
Really? I've never seen that before.
It's very, very, very rare.
My warehouse job, we've had some Marines. I think it's like a program that they go through where, like, getting out of the service into civilian life, like getting up on your feet, like, as far as getting a job close to it. And they would go into the warehouse, work for 3 months, and say, "This ain't it, chief," and they walk out. So I'm like, well, hell, like,
There's only one.
is this worse than the military?
There's only one that I can think of that was entitled. The rest of it be great. Shit, there's been plenty. Like, I've even had conversations with, like, I took their order, somebody else starts making their food, and we just start talking a little bit, and it was nice. Most of them are great. It was just like one dude that was just like, get over yourself. You're not entitled to anything. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Thanks for your service, but he wasn't even asking for a discount. I don't know what the hell he wanted. I was just like, ugh. But I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with people. Why people got so entitled. It's this whole instant gratification thing. Because of the internet, like, oh, you can buy something and it's there. The faster service like that gets, the worse things are going to be, I think.
Byproduct. It's a byproduct to having things instantly.
Oh,
Next day
shit.
delivery type thing,
DoorDash drivers or people, we've had quite a few of them. They've been getting more aggressive lately.
Really?
Yeah, we had, you know how, like, when you order something online, right?
Yeah.
There's a promise time. Oh, we'll have it ready for you by like 9:30. What time is it now? Oh, it's 9 o'clock. We'll have it ready in 30 minutes. That's when I should be there, right?
Mm-hmm.
This guy, somebody orders something and he's there like as the receipt prints. And he's like, hey, I'm here to pick up this order. I was like, it just printed out. Like, we'll have it ready soon. He's like, how long will that take? I'm like, well, the promised time was like 20 minutes from now. He's like, so it's going to take 20 minutes? I was like, it could.
Yeah.
I'm like, because you're not the only food. You're not.
It could take longer than
Yours isn't the only. Yours isn't the only order that we're taking.
Wait, so not the person, the driver.
It's the DoorDash driver.
The DoorDash driver, okay.
And he just stared at us the whole fucking time. And I'm like, dude, back the fuck off. I'm like, I asked someone, I was like, is there like an incentive to like just get everything done faster? Maybe they just want a tip. And the person I asked was like, no, there's no incentive to like being faster. They're just dicks. And I thought like, and then there was another girl that like, she was like, hey, I have an order for this person. And we're like, okay, fucking great. And she's like all bitchy. She's like, well, I mean, the person that was at the drive-thru was like, oh, it's a little, it's not ready yet. Just give us a second. She's like, why isn't it ready yet? Giving like shitty looks. And like, just all being so fucking rude. I don't know what's going on with DoorDash drivers, that they're some of the worst people to work with nowadays. Not all of them.
Have they become taxi drivers now?
I don't fucking know.
But you've seen like the movies where the taxi drivers, hey, I'm walking here.
Yeah, like when Uber first became a thing, and then taxi drivers were all pissed, and all they would do is complain about Uber.
Yeah.
So people got sick of driving with taxi drivers, so they started taking Uber.
Like, that's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
The world is changing, my guy.
You know, because of that, I've only been in a taxi once.
Really?
Yeah, and he just wouldn't stop bitching about Uber. It was over in Houston. Wouldn't stop bitching about Uber. So after that, I started using Uber.
I've only been on an Uber once. It was a wild ride. Yeah.
In Chicago, one Uber that I was on, this guy was just like flooring it.
Same thing happened to me. Same thing happened to me. He was like smoking a pack. He was like, "Where you from?" Going onto oncoming traffic.
But this guy was like dead silent,
really?
Like speeding through traffic,
and
I was
like Hitman.
I was just waiting for the point where he just turns around and is like, "I loved her, man." She was my everything, and then it just goes off a cliff.
And he's like, "Where are we?"
He's like, "This isn't Chicago." It's fucking. Oh my goodness. People.
I wouldn't mind it though. I wouldn't mind doing like DoorDash for favor just to get that in, see how that works.
Yeah.
Maybe improve it, make a different software of it.
Yeah, I guess it's just like my question is, why have people gotten so aggressive?
I blame the metaverse. Put your tinfoil hats on, guys. We're getting there. Yeah, I think Amazon's a huge part of it, like the byproduct of their instant delivery, service. The next day delivery on Prime or 3-day delivery. People want things now. Like, it's a slow process. Just because one company has done it, everyone else can't adjust right away, And
I mean, some things are just impossible. How the fuck are we supposed to just manifest their order?
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna happen. Yet they insist on it.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, we had one lady. She wasn't a DoorDash driver. She was just like, you can see, we've got plenty of orders to make, and she's like, where's mine? Like, why is mine taking so long? And she's like, is that one mine? And we're like, no. Like, chill the fuck out. You just placed your order. Like, oh my god, I don't understand.
Offer them like a square with little pop thingies.
Honestly, probably should.
Like a ball of yarn.
It's like, oh man, you just want to smack some of these people, and it makes you wonder, like, how are they brought up that you think you are this special? Who the fuck are you? Honestly, I'm like, I didn't even need like some sort of trauma or anything to make me like considerate of like workers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, like if anything, if I do something stupid, I'm very apologetic. Like, I'm really sorry. Like, I'm an idiot. Whatever. It's not your fault. I'm not gonna bitch y'all out because I fucked something up. I forgot my wallet or something. Mm-hmm. And I feel stupid. And I'm not gonna take it out on them because they're just doing their job. And at no point was any of that their fault. But people insist. Like, people will just fight.
Oh, the doctor's office. I feel like they have amazing stories, because when I was waiting in the lobby, because I know it takes like 3 to 4 hours or something, just waiting there sucks ass, but I mean, you got to do it,
Yeah, Well, I mean, there's one doctor that made me question that, but go ahead.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now.
I was waiting there for like 30 minutes, and these people walk in. They didn't make an appointment. They just thought they... And to sum this up, like, I came into this doctor's office 3 days later, like 3 days beforehand, and I thought I could be a walk-in like how it was the previous 2 weeks. And they're like, oh, no, you have to make an appointment. I was like, okay, when's the appointment? And let's make one as soon as possible. And they gave me a number and this little card. I was like, okay, badass. Fast forward, I'm waiting in the lobby. These people come in, don't have an appointment, thought they could be a walk-in. And she tells them the same story. And this person, like, foams at the mouth. She's like, this is fucking ridiculous. This is stupid. The doctor's fucking stupid. And she starts walking away. And they're like, thank you, ma'am. I was like, you need a thicker glass over here. It's like, what did I walk into here?
And that's the most demoralizing part of it. Sometimes she reacts like that, and the one that's working just goes, "Thank you." Like,
yeah.
You say anything else, you're fucked. I mean, it makes sense. You want to seem like you have a cool head on your shoulders. Like, okay, I brush that off. Let's go to the next one. But like, where do you get off? Like, honestly. Well, the thing I was gonna say about the doctor, I waited those 4 hours in high school. You remember what happened when I fractured my foot, right?
Oh, yeah.
It was my foot and my knee would just not stop hurting. And that's when I ran that 10K with you.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting for the doctor, and he's like taking so long, 4 hours. But I'm like, he is a specialist. Maybe like they're actually doing something. But when I go in, I was like, oh, my foot hurts and my knee hurts like really bad. He's like, oh, okay. And here's the conclusion. Just wrap your foot up, and like your knee, just do this. I'm like, okay, for how long? He's like, no, it's just something you do now. And just like keep doing it until it pops. Like, you'll probably hear it now. Keep doing it until it pops.
And that's it.
And he didn't even say, take 2 of these and go home. Like,
Bondevix, that's it.
He's just like, fucking bend, like, do this with your leg, fucking extend it, pull it back, yeah, and you're good. And I was like, what the fuck? I mean, what was I gonna get, right? I can't be like, oh, I waited 4 hours. Tell me I'm dying.
What were you expecting? Oh, you need surgery. We need to put a plate in there and 3 bolts.
I know, but it was kind of like, it was just like, you're already frustrated that you're waiting so long. And like, I never thought like, oh, he's a shitty doctor because of this. Like, no, it just so happens that was how easy it was to fix my problem. But like at the time, I remember thinking, like, I didn't say anything. Because I'm not the kind to make a scene unless it should happen.
You can relate to this, Eddie. Your car. We thought it was bigger than it should have been. And then an actual specialist comes in. Oh, we just needed a spark plug. That's it.
Even though it sounded like the alternator.
Yeah.
Like, we were so sure the alternator was fucked. But, I mean, hey, like I said, it's good. That's all we needed. Yeah. But at the same time, I was kind of like, well, I mean, I waited that long.
Once you get the assurance,
the least you could do is tell me I'm dying. Like, oh, we're gonna have to cut your leg off. Like, I mean, either we're gonna cut your,
or something.
Either we're gonna cut your leg off.
Tell me I got the clap or something. Some big news.
The clap. My leg hurts. Oh. That's what's going on with
Not
you.
your best. Not your best, Eddie.
Well, I'm not going to say it again.
But it's 45 minutes. Damn. Okay.
You want to end it off here?
I feel like we went in. We went in, guys.
That's how I'd say we probably got good at talking on camera or on like while recording, because going back to those first couple episodes, you can tell we were grasping Like we're scraping the bottom of the barrel for like conversation. Like what do we say?
We ran out of all the topics, and you started sweating.
It's like, oh fuck,
oh fuck.
Like what do I say now? Like what's the deal with airline food?
Yeah, it was probably the Jews.
No.
Oh no, racial remarks. Oh no.
Oh gosh. I don't even know how to do an intro,
an outro. I
don't even know how to do an outro for this because like
this came up.
Oh shit!
Do you want to do react to videos?
What do you mean?
Like a situation of a video and us reacting to it.
Like make that a show?
Yeah.
We can record it now.
We could.
I mean, we got nothing else to do.
Well, I don't know a video.
I don't work for another 12 hours. You know what? I know what we do. We go on to those shock sites. Like Live Leak is dead, but we'll just like do videos of like watch videos of where people die, and we'll comment over. We're not gonna do that.
I think we'd be banned on the spot. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd be like, oh my gosh, and then that's when. And then YouTube's gonna be like, all right, we're just gonna ban your channel. Because this is well, what do we do? What do you want to do? Like TikToks? Or they? You want to watch them talk ticks?
Tic Tacs.
I could use a Tic Tac. I just ate garlic.
But cloves. I feel like everybody does react videos. You know.
I mean, they work.
I would love to do it to like make fun of them too.
Oh no.
That'd be great.
We're gonna metagame the react formula, like, oh, we're reacting to this reaction video.
No, like pretend we're actually making the reaction video, but like, you know, make fun of them.
Oh, like I'll pretend to react and then we'll overlay you being like, oh, this guy's a fucking moron.
Yeah. And
then we'll do the same with me, and then we'll just keep going back and forth. But it's all starting with the same video.
We're not talking about the same thing.
No.
All right. Okay.
You know, we used to be so in sync. We used to finish each other's
phones.
All right, guys. We'll see y'all next week. Hopefully we'll have... I think tomorrow we plan on actually filming another episode of the podcast.
Sorry, guys.
That's going to be episode 35.
We haven't had 100 episodes yet, so we're still learning. We're learning. We're growing. It's all good vibes.
At least it's good vibes. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you not even next week. We'll see you in like a couple days.
A couple of days, on Monday maybe.
Fingers crossed. Good night.